Hey everybody, what's up? It's Mike Noz here, and I wanted to make a video and spend some time going over maybe how to use Shopify's top, most popular, best-selling sites to kind of mimic something for your own Shopify website, right? Because if they're the top, best producing sites, obviously they might have some secrets and tips and tricks based on what we can see on their website that can help us build our own Shopify website and scale it up as much as possible, or as much as we want to, I guess. So what I wanted to do was walk through and check out some of Shopify's top e-commerce stores and see what they're doing. And I'm going to build a cheat sheet for you, and that is going to be available in the description below. So take a look at that link, and it'll have some of the top ideas that I can see for 2019, what these websites are doing. So anyway, the first thing that I want to do and I want to show you is a website called myip.ms. Okay, so you can see I'm here on the site, and what you can do with your internet protocol, address, your number. Oh, first, basically, what an internet protocol number is it's a number assigned to a computer or a server. Anything that's connected to the internet gets a number. It gets an IP number. So your IP address kind of can tell you what is, there's a whole bunch of information you can find out from someone's IP address. And what we're going to do in this case is use Shopify's IP address to see what type of websites they have on their servers, because Shopify is kind of like an all-in-one, web hosting, fulfillment, or I guess not fulfillment, but they have all this software and stuff is based through the Shopify websites, and they store and they host all that information for all the businesses and all their customers to use around the world. So what we can do with myip.ms is we can go to Shopify's IP address, and their website address is it's 23.227.38.32. So all I'm going to do is when I go to myip.ms, I'm going to enter that in the whois lookup. Okay, and it's going to show us. It's going to take a second to load here, and it's going to show us. Here is Shopify's IP address. So as you can see, Shopify is based in Ontario, or in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and it's owner's address or owner website, and when it was created, and stuff like that. But the cool thing about this website, and because of the way that Shopify is laid out as far as hosting and all that kind of stuff, is we can actually go down here, and you can see the owner IP range, and we can click on this button here that says Other Sites on IP. And when we do that, what you can see is that it's loading up, all the websites that you can find on their server. And what we can do here is we can actually, it's already pre-stored a world site popular rating. Okay, so you can see the top, the most highly trafficked websites on the Shopify server. And, going through myshopify.com, Colorpop.com, YeezySupply.com, Cupshe.com, Allbirds.com, FashionNova.com, etc., etc. Right? So you can see, and maybe you've even shopped on some of these websites, or you're familiar with them, because, again, like these are, as far as the top websites in the world, even if I scroll down to number 15, is just outside the top 10,000 most popular websites in the world. So if you think about it, like there's hundreds of millions of websites out there. We're looking at the top 15, as far as Shopify goes, but they're in the top like 10,000 websites available, right? So these are like definitely high traffic, top of the top websites. So what I wanted to do was work through a couple of these websites and just kind of see what these websites are doing. It's it's the start of August 2019 here. What kind of things are they offering? What are their best-selling products? All that kind of stuff. So let's just start with, now Shopify.com is actually Shopify's own website, right? And so if I click on that, it brings you up to, this side. I don't know exactly what site this is or how it fits into the Shopify experience. I guess it's kind of your second to last step as far as creating your website. But what we can do is we can go and check out a couple of these websites. So the first one I clicked on here was Colorpop.com. Okay, and Colorpop, because I've seen this website before, they do a bunch of, well, you can see here, a lot of cosmetics, right? So it's a really colorful cosmetic website, web store. So what I just want to do is have a quick look at this website. Obviously, in August, it looks like strawberry, this kind of red color is it's going to be what's big for them this month, and maybe they do different colors or different palettes, like month to month, and maybe we're just in kind of the reddish hue month. I'm not sure. I don't know. I've never really paid attention to that before. I've only been on the website just once or twice. But, like the starting on the main page here, we can see that, they have a giant, banner here. The first thing you see is new strawberry shake palette. It's only $12. Okay, so I guess you get 9 colors of strawberry, kind of different shades here. And we scroll down, there's Strawberry Fields Forever. So they have sorted, in their Shopify, they've sorted out different collections on different colors. Okay, so if we actually just looks like products here. Let's keep scrolling and see if they do have collections on their front page here. So they do. So we went past maybe their featured products for the month, and we are down into their featured collections here. So new 4th Ray Strawberry Milk, the Jelly to Your Peanut Butter, Strawberry Fields collection here. Get the whole collection if you want. And, halfway through the main page of their website, I'm seeing a lot of, similar colors, obviously, because color is the big thing with Colorpop. But what I wanted to do was talk about maybe a couple things that they're doing that you can incorporate in your website. So the first thing we're looking at here is the header. And the header is basically like where everyone starts when they go to a website. And you can see here at the top, they have free US shipping over $30, the free global shipping over $50. And, like they have $12 products here, and $24 and $14 and $7 products. So chances are, if you're going to come to the website, you're going to be maybe buying a couple of different products. And in this case, if you're in the US, you're probably going to at least order $30 worth of products. So Colorpop is kind of working, and then if you're globally, you're probably going to order $50 worth of product. We're going to order a couple different shades of, I'm trying to think of what makeup things there are, like eyeliners and lipsticks and maybe blushes and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure. And then, so the header continues on. It's 100% cruelty free. It's made in LA. We'll just have to wait for it to roll over here again. But are these kind of messages that you can put on your own website? Here we go. So it's luxury formulas, wallet-friendly prices. So that's kind of their top header message. And you can see that their menu is pretty straightforward. They have the Colorpop, they have the SOL body, 4th Ray Beauty, and new arrivals. So let's just kind of click through. I'm just going to click on 4th Ray Beauty here just to see what comes up. Okay, and it looks like 4th Ray Beauty is a line of products that are, I'm not 100% sure here, but, I see papaya and different things like that. So kind of like you're buying a whole line of this 4th Ray, maybe it's Colorpop's like signature brand. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that. But you can see that was part of their menu. And yeah, so let's, I'm going to scroll down here just to get an idea of what exactly, like obviously they have lots of pictures, obviously great pictures on their website. Everything is kind of like 4.5 and 5-star rated. At the bottom here, keep loading of products here in this 4th Ray Beauty page. So obviously they have lots of products here. But if I finally got to the end, you can sign up for their newsletter. It's not making it actually very easy at the moment. But I haven't seen any pop-ups or anything like that. Let's see if I can maybe exit off the page here. No. If I go back to the main page. nothing's immediately popping up as far as like an email pop-up, subscriber list capture, which if you're like one of the biggest sites out there, let's see here, what were they, like 2000, like the 2800th biggest website in the world, you know, they probably have a pretty decent sized email subscription list already, you know, because I'm sure that once you place an order with them, they're going to email you and they're going to follow up with your order and make sure that, you know, they have, you're aware of, you know, like complimentary products and color lines and everything like that. Sales, you know, they'll probably send out discount codes and stuff like that once you become a customer of theirs. So that's Colorpop. Let's take a look at the next biggest website, which was Yeezy Supply. And I'm actually not sure what exactly Yeezy Supply does, but we'll find out. Okay, so Yeezy Supply has loaded here, and it looks like actually it's a clothing line, clothing brand. And I really actually like this website. It's a lot different than Colorpop, obviously. Colorpop had, you know, all their products, and they had hundreds of different products and different colors and everything like that. It looks like Yeezy Supply is basically, unless I click on new arrivals here. Okay, Yeezy Supply is just like a handful of products, right? And you come to the main page here, and it is super clean. It's like, here are your 4 or your 8 jackets, I guess. You got a couple of sweaters. You got a couple pairs of track pants. You know, a workwear jumpsuit, and a couple of pairs of shoes, and that's it. So what is this? 8, 12, 13 products makes up Yeezy Supply. And again, Yeezy Supply was like the #3 Shopify site. So they are definitely getting a huge amount of traffic, and their website is, I'm surprised, so minimalistic, right? Like, I'm going to click on this carpenter coat here, for example, and see what comes up. But there's no, like, you know, the menu is new arrivals, and when I clicked on that, it was just like these products, right? Like your main page was new arrivals, and that's it. Which I'm not even sure why it's not loading here at the moment. Okay, so there we go. So you can see here the carpenter coat, $400. It's color oak. It's 100% cotton canvas. You know, you can select one size, I guess. You know, it's probably being like one of the top Shopify sites. It's probably either sold out, or I'm not sure if they do like an extremely limited supply of maybe just like 1 or 2 sizes as is. But you can see, like, this is a great, obviously, again, a great contrast to the first site we saw, that it is completely minimalistic. You know, they got a couple of photos here. They got the front, the back, you know, someone wearing this jacket, and that's basically it. So I'm really surprised that, you know, this is what it is, but it is obviously working, and it's working great for them. And this is kind of cool. So yeah, I mean, there's 100%, like, almost night and day difference. Obviously, Yeezy Supply, they've built up a brand name, and people are familiar with that brand name. You know, they probably do a lot of maybe influencer marketing. You know, they get like pictures of people in their products and stuff like that. Which is driving traffic, you know, from like Instagram and like Snapchat and stuff like that to their website, because there's really, like, once you land on this website, there's not a whole lot going on here, which is, again, perfectly fine. I'm just kind of a little bit surprised. Like, there's not even anywhere I can capture, they capture email addresses, right? So they're kind of working off of their brand being, you know, like, I'm going to buy a Yeezy Supply, you know, carpenter coat, and, like, you know, next time I need a $400 jacket, I will, or I need a pair of $300 pants or something like that. You know, I'm going to represent Yeezy Supply with my purchase. So let's carry on. I'm going to have a look at another website here, and let's see what the next website is doing. It is Cupshe. Okay, and Cupshe looks like, again, another. Oh, okay, so this is great. They have a, you know, dive in, subscribe to get extra 15% off $75 purchase. Okay, so right away, like, I just landed on the website, and what Cupshe is doing is automatically, like, you're going to put in your email address because you're going to save 15% off of a $75 purchase, right? So I'll put in my email address. They'll send me a discount code, and I mean, this is a great way to get a sale out of someone. You know, and a rather large sale, like $75 worth of product on this website might be, you know, might be a couple different articles of clothing or stuff like that. But Cupshe, so their headline tag is summer essential looks, and all they have is summer essential looks and shop now. So, you know, pretty straightforward, but they do have a big menu underneath that. Right, so they have new in, one pieces, bikinis, plus size, cover-ups, dresses, clothing, bestsellers, and a sale. So everything is kind of sorted. They have different collections, and you know, when I click on you know, like cover-ups, for example, you know, everything is sorted into like this is all cover-ups, right? So you're on the beach and you want you know, a little bit extra cover-up. You know, they have lots of different styles here and things like that, and again, going back to the price, right, like that initial subscriber pop-up being $75 initial order or minimum order for that 15% off sale, you can see like $17.99, $19.99, $24.99. So to get to $75, you're going to buy a couple of different items, right? You'd have to buy you know, 3 or 4 of these cover-ups to get to that $75 purchase price. They don't have anything about free shipping at all, so I'm kind of curious if they do offer free shipping. Usually if you hit a number of you know, like a certain dollar figure amount, they'll throw in shipping. So let's click on the shipping here at the bottom, and nothing loaded. So all right, so maybe not the best time to talk about, you know, whether they offer free shipping or not. But you can see here again, you have that dive in, subscribe to get extra 15% off, $75 plus purchase. They have their social media links, obviously, because again, like this is a clothing brand, and chances are they're using influencers and a lot of pictures, and you know, maybe some special Cupshe hashtags to really, you know, get their presence known and out there. So that is kind of, I guess, 3 different websites we've looked at so far. You know, like with Shopify, you know, well, I guess 2 out of 3 of these websites we've looked at. Collections are certainly important. Subscriber email, maybe not as important, maybe not as much as I thought it was, especially, you know, if you're the top of the top. Certainly having that pop-up here on Cupshe, you know, for that discount code was nice, especially if you're like a first-time, you know, customer of theirs. Something definitely to kind of push you over the edge and maybe add a few things to your cart and go from there. Because these are 3 different clothing brands, I'm hoping I can find maybe a 4th website that offers something completely different from clothing. So I'm going to go back to that list from myip.ms, and maybe there is, you know, maybe if I scroll down here, Fashion Nova, Satire, Gymshark. I'm not sure what Gymshark is. Okay, so Gymshark is, again, surprise, surprise, a, you know, it says be a visionary, gym, fitness, and activewear. So, I mean, it looks like the top selling Shopify sites are selling clothing or clothing accessories. You know, this is kind of like for the activewear, at least, or I guess one of the differences between the other 2 sites we looked at is this has both men's and women's products in it. You know, shop men's, shop women's. Kind of looks like obviously active wear. As far as email goes, here at the bottom, sign up for our newsletter for the latest news and exclusive deals. So I don't know if they maybe send out an initial discount code for you, you know, like off your first purchase or not. But yeah, I mean, it looks like, well, first, okay, so let's work our way through this one. So we have got here at the top, we don't have a any kind of message announcement bar at the top here. We just simply have men's, women's, and accessories, right? So again, kind of besides the last site we looked at, fairly simple menu options here at the top, right? Like it's very straightforward. And then you have your sub brand or sub menus underneath each of the top headers here. So if we go to men's, like we could go to sleeveless tank tops and underwear, and or you can shop by the collection here. And women's is probably the same thing. So you have your pants and leggings and your shorts and your sports bras. And again, you can get into their collections here. And then accessories is probably okay. So accessories is stuff that you would probably bring to the gym. You know, like bags, and you have a studio like yoga mat, and workout gloves, socks, stuff like that. So again, I'm gonna keep looking for maybe a website that is not, just clothing or fashion products. Okay, so trying another website here, allbirds.com, the world's most comfortable shoes. And so I mean, in this case, it looks like in August 2019, Shopify's biggest websites are definitely getting, into the fashion brands and clothing, and those sorts of niches, right? Like obviously we've seen now 4 different, actually we've seen 5 different websites now that are fashion. They're all offering a different type of fashion though, right? So you could, if you wanted to build your own fashion brand, like go ahead and, do what feels best to you, and, do products that you're familiar with. Because like again, like on allbirds.com here, let's just quickly have a look here. It's certainly very straightforward, minimalistic as far as the menu goes and the header goes. You can sort it basically into men and into women, and you can see here when I click on women, for example, it's runners and loungers and breezers and skippers and toppers, and men is probably the same thing: runners, loungers, toppers, skippers, etc. But we've seen that this is basically just all shoes, right? And again, they're the world's most comfortable shoes. So if you're just starting out, or if you're just building your own, or thinking about ideas for a Shopify website, certainly fashion items are big sellers, right? Like the biggest Shopify sites are doing fashion products, which is kind of interesting, right? Because like usually with fashion, like you want to see it, you want to touch it, you want to feel it, you want to try it on. Certainly, I'm sure all these websites have a pretty straightforward refund and return policy. Like if you get the product and you hate it, obviously you'll might have prepaid return shipping for you, or something like that available. But going back to like, you can create your own fashion niche, right? Like we looked at Colorpop was basically just all cosmetic products, and we looked at Yeezy Supply, which is basically I think just like a brand. They're certainly just having a few products under that brand name. Allbirds is doing shoes. What other website do we see? I can't, not thinking of it off the top of my head here. Oh, Gymshark was doing, like gym-focused athletic wear, right? So that's what 2019 Shopify sites are doing. So let's see, review here. Email capture, not a lot of email capture, not a lot of prominent email capture going on. Again, I think that, well, here we go to Allbirds. Enter your email and stay in touch. They might ship you, or I might email you a discount code. I'm certain they have a weekly email blast that goes out, showcasing new products and stuff like that. But I was really surprised actually not to see too many pop-ups. The menus definitely at the top are very minimalistic, right? Like again, here you've got men and women. They have our materials and stores. So not a lot going on in menus. So if you have a Shopify site, can you condense your menu into just a couple of headers? Certainly, you know, they've got a bunch of like fantastic photos, professionally done photos, and being, you know, some of the biggest websites, certainly they're going to have that going on for them. You know, they're going to have professional photographers and they're going to be doing professional photo shoots. But, I mean, starting out, you don't need, you know, to spend thousands of dollars on a photo shoot, but you do need some good, decent photos. I would recommend getting a good, you know, like it doesn't have to be a, you know, professional DSLR camera, but a decent camera would certainly work. You could actually even get away with using, I'm going to say it, a smartphone, right? In the light, in the proper conditions, you can use a smartphone to get some really great photos, right? And starting out, you know, budget conscious, yeah, you might not know exactly what products you're going to sell or what products are going to sell best for you. You know, like you might push your general store into more of a niche type of store down the road once you figure out what exactly people want to buy from you. And then you can really focus on, you know, creating these high quality, you know, photos and images and stuff like that. What else have we seen? Well, again, Shopify makes it really easy to make your homepage look really, really good. And quickly, I'm just going to go into a product here because you can. Shopify makes, you know, each product page really stand out. So I'm just going to click on, you know, like any shoe here, and you know, their men's wool runners are, you know, 135 bucks. They've got a bunch of different colors available. They have some limited edition colors. You know, each product does have a bunch of photos associated with it. They actually even have some video here. So those are, you know, what you can see what they look like kind of in action, although again it's not on your foot. I'm sure again they have some sort of you know, quick and easy refund return policy. But yeah, there you go. So I mean, like, that is Shopify's best and biggest websites again in 2019, in August 2019. So let me know what you think about this video. I am certainly really interested to see what is working with, you know, the biggest Shopify sites. And I'm really interested to see what's working with small Shopify sites. So if you want to leave me a message, either, you know, below in the description, or not in the description, but in a comment below, or if you want to, you know, send me a private message and be like, hey Mike, check out my website, I just started it and it's really taking off, or whatever, or if you can help me with my website, I'm certainly more than willing to help you and throw some eyes on your website. You can do that, kind of the easiest is at Mike Naus on Twitter, or you can get a hold of me at Nausbot, N-A-U-S-B-O-T, on Instagram. But yeah, let me know if you like this format, if we should keep looking at what different Shopify websites are doing, and I will keep making these videos. But for now, that is a wrap. See ya.